Hi, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Pisces, this is your reading for the month of for the month of June, July, and August. And because of a lot of changes that are taking place right now, like planetary changes, eclipses, you name it, is going on in the ethers. Like, it's just so much happening in the energy that I just felt like if I can help in some way to just validate or confirm or inspire you in your moving forward, I would be glad to do so. I also want to apologize for not being here sooner. I've been taking care of my own energy, trying to just really center myself and really take care of my boy, who's been a little bit up and down lately. I think due to these changes, really. And so it's taking me a bit to come back here, but I am starting to feel myself again. It's a little bit tricky when you're doing this job, and for a lot of it, you sort of just need to center yourself. Anyway, I just also want to say that I do offer still personal readings. So if you're interested in a personal reading, please send me a message that you find in the description box if I do still offer them. There are a lot of changes happening right now, so I don't know for how long I'm going to continue to offer them. So if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I stop doing them. Can we see what's going on for Pisces for the month of June? Month of June, we have the Breathe card, which is the meditation card. So either that's something you're doing on your own, like really going into deeper meditation for the month of June, or you've been inspired to go deeper into meditation, take up a practice perhaps. For the month of July, what do we have for Pisces, please? This looks like a chakra opening there, like there's a, I don't know, like an activation in your system somehow. You're 29, so that's a portal number. That's 11. Okay, July. What is going on for the month of July for Pisces, please? Wow. Wow. So we have the Yin card. And I can't say it without saying it. It's a lot about drinking alcohol, which it isn't. The Yin card is all about conscious allowing without really doing anything. It's like being conscious about just being still. Allow the stillness to be, to have life happen. And then a new life. There's a new direction, a new opening. Like I said, there's like an opening in the month of June. Like there's an opening to the system, meaning to your own inner system. Okay, we're going to go deeper into this in a moment. And then we have what for the month of August, please? A never-ending story. This is interesting. Let's see what this is about. Because I mean, we have meditation in June, and we have the Yin, the flowy energy there, the beautiful feminine energy, and then when you have a new life in July. For it to be a never-ending story, which is not that fun, in the month of August. So let's see what that is about before we get a little bit nervous. We have the Breathe card in the month of June, and I just feel like this is a moment to really connect with your inner self, to really take your time. You know, I probably could have done a collective reading for June, July, and August. I feel maybe not. Like there's a little bit of differences that stands out in the earlier signs than towards the under signs. That's what you say. But overall, there's a thread here. I just feel like there's an opening, like there's a lot of shedding of the old, like really talking to your shadow side, really shedding of the old, inviting a new system, inviting something new within you, making like a lot of changes, a lot of transformation, and also being asked to really come into stillness, to really find that quiet moment, the stillness, the space, to have enough space for you to even feel the changes and feel what you need to do in this moment. And like I said, this is either sort of just saying, okay, the month of June, you're going to be really good at having like a discipline to just really take your meditation to the next level, or this is just really inspiring you to go into that meditation, to not just talk about it or feel like this is a good thing to do, but to actually sit in the stillness and allow for whatever wants to come up to the surface to come up to the surface. Give it enough space. And it's a lot to center yourself and a lot to awaken. I just feel like we have these like vibrations or like frequencies around your head. Like you're starting to be a bit more like an antenna. And Pisces, you already are. Like you're such... I keep saying this, but you are. You're like the deepest sign of all out of all the signs. Like you have such a deep connection already with your emotional body and people around you. It's like you pick up everyone else's, what they're going through just as much as your own, if you haven't really practiced to stay in your own. But there's something like you're around your crown, like the antenna is being... Do you see that? It's like the antenna is being intensified. It's like you're sharpening your listening skills, if that makes any sense. But there's something here for the month of June that is allowing the system to open, or you've done something leading up to the month of June that is allowing for the system to open, which is a good thing. Like you want that. Can we clarify for the month of June, please? And I also see a lot of stars around you, with one bigger star, which might like entail that, or suggest or whatever, that there are a lot of wishes that are starting to be fulfilled. Like a lot of things that you want to see change in your life, they are changing. But there's like one big star in particular, one big wish in particular that perhaps you've been wanting for a while, that is going to start to come to fruition here by you sitting in this meditation, by you finding that alignment within yourself. Okay, clarifying the month of June, please. Observe. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in your crown. There's an opening to the rainbow energy, like the bridge. So the rainbow, in terms of like messages, or like how it shows up for me as a symbol, is that it is acting as a bridge to other dimensions, as a bridge to the other side, if you will. There's an opening in your crown for sure, and there's a lot of versions of you. Like you're stepping into like so many different versions of you, opening up to... Pisces, I'm not saying that you're rigid. I'm not saying that you're like very stale, like this is who you are and there's no other way. I'm not saying that at all, because that's one of your traits that you can feel with so many other people what they're going through, because that's one of your biggest... It's your biggest gift and it's your biggest curse, because you feel so much what's going on with other people. But that's one of your finest traits, that you can have so many different perspectives because you understand so many other people from so many different perspectives. But there's still something here about try to not go about it in such a rigid way. Try to not be so set in your ways a little bit, Pisces. I don't know what that is about, but there's something here that the meditation will really help with. You will start to really open your crown and really connect with your higher self, with your deeper self, with your other dimensional versions of you. There's influences coming in here, and it will really help you to open up and have different takes on your now situation. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It asks you to open up to that. And in the month of... We're going to go back and forth here a little bit. And for the month of July, I just love this. The Yin card is so much about not... If the impulse hasn't been there, don't act on it. This is about like putting restraint on yourself, like saying, okay, Pisces, if it's not there, don't make it to be there. Does that make sense? If it's not inviting you, don't go. If it's not pulling you in any direction, don't make up your own direction. Wait for the signal until it's there. This is very much like you're creating a whole new life for yourself. And talk about like, yes, there is an opening in your crown, and it has started small in the month of June. It has started very small there, but it's still activated. It's getting activated, and you're getting the full access to the bridging to other dimensions. But come July, it's like, because we saw here as well, like the solar plexus, I also felt it from a lot of yellow here down in the base. That's opening up, starting to speak, and then the solar plexus here is just really starting to shine as well. And now, like for the month of July, like the entire you, Pisces, is like starting to be this antenna, like very magnetic, very, well, even more sensitive than ever before. You're changing your ways. You're starting a new life. You're seeing new things within yourself. And it's asking you to just sort of follow where your inner being, follow where your intuition is taking you. It's asking you to don't make up a direction that doesn't exist. Don't make up a goal that isn't there. I think I'm going to do this. Based on what? Do you feel a calling to go there? No, but I just need to decide to do something. Well, then it's not time. Try to, as much as you can for the month of July, to just really, and maybe like this, why the meditation is so important for June is like you need to just really center yourself and really start to listen to that intuition of yours. So that it's easier to just really, it's not that you're not going to get any signals. It's asking you to be quiet enough so that you can actually hear the signals. But then don't act on anything that isn't there. Don't make up anything on your own. Wait for the signal to come up. And it will be clear to you if you just wait. Can we clarify July here, please? Open up. Look at this. There's another indication of the opening of the crown. It's like the whole of you. It's like we take this, it's almost like a big dragkedja, zipper. Like we have just pulled down the zipper on the like outside of Pisces, and underneath there's the new you. There's a new you emerging. Number 4 is all about your heart and all about laying a new foundation. And there's a new emerging here. Opening up the crown, really making a connection with the crown, with your spirit guides, with your inner being, with other dimensions, other parts of yourself. It's just really, really beautiful. And if anyone, like, if you go, like, open up to what? Like, I'm pretty, I'm going with the flow. Try to think of it as, okay, yeah, you might be really good at going with the flow in your old costume, in your old way of being, in your old, because I'm getting a little bit of rigid feeling, like try to not be so proud in your old ways, but just try to open up that there is a new path for you. There's another life that wants to reveal itself to you. And it has a lot to do with your spiritual path, because that opening of the crown is just crazy. And then coming into August, which I find a little bit interesting here, because we have the never-ending story. I'm going to read from the book. We have a completion. It's 37, so we're completing something. Are you a little bit like stubborn, Pisces? Stubborn to give it up? Stubborn to give up your old life. If you're stubborn enough to give up your old life, it's going to start to not feel so good in your body. Let's see what the book has to say, or why they direct me to the book. Essential meaning of this card is self-criticism, the wounded ego, and unnecessary dramas. The Oracle's message states, there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world comes crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you, listen to this, distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable, and easily soothed. Relationship message states, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another and results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear, and intimacy and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. I just have to stop there for a moment. This is what I feel with, is there a stubborn part of you that just doesn't want to let go of the old? There's a little, like I said, there's so many ways, like you're so good at seeing things from another perspective, from other ways of seeing things that most people are not, because you're so in your emotional body, being able to connect with other people and understand how they feel. And that gives you like the head start of, most people just don't have that. But at the same time, like I said, I just feel like there's a rigidness, there's a stubbornness that your way is the best way. But you're trying, there's a new life that's being given to you, and it's asking you to don't go where it hasn't shown you a way to walk. Don't push for something that isn't there. You're completely opening up right now. We're shedding the old ways. You're letting go of the old ways. And there's a real connection made with your inner being as we speak, or for the month of July, and opening up to the crown. And resisting that, or it might just even be that this is now, the month of August is the time where you actually start to let go, the never-ending story, where the things you haven't been able to make work in the past is now you're making it work. You're letting go of the old story. You're letting go of the old version that none of them were true anyway. None of them were true anyway. The prosperity message states, fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way. So you step out, listen to that. Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way. So you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. You are back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of a past failure. Financial insecurity is scaring. Oh, it's a question mark. Financial insecurity is scaring you? Question mark. You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling this story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story. It's crazy that we have the new life here. Tell a new story. Tell a new life. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. So it is bluntly, very bluntly in your face, come August, asking you to like make a choice, to really step into this new life, to this new way of seeing things, to this connection to the heavens, to your inner being. If there's a little bit of a competitive, egotistical, I know this, I hate to say these words even, but like victimhood or thinking poorly of yourself somehow, you might be done with all of that. And that's why this is now coming off. Like this version of you might just like, bye-bye. It's a done deal. Like you're not going there anymore. And so you're shedding your skin in the month of August. The more you sort of work against this shift within you, the tougher it feels on your body. The more exhausted you're going to be, the more ending up in the same result, whether it's around money, whether it's around business, whether it's around relationships, like whatever, wherever you put that blockage, the same result is the round and round, like the never-ending story. It's just going to come up again and again and again, because Spirit wants you to know that you can let go of this narrative altogether. Like you will just end up there over and over again until you let it go. And when you let it go, that narrative is gone forever, and you can create this new life of yours. If you are already on that path, you're creating this life of yours, you will just shed this skin, and you will be so happy when you do. You're allowing for the good to come in with no effort. No effort. If the guidance isn't there, don't go. Is it a yes? Is it a no? I don't know. Then it's a no. Until it's very clear where you're going, until it's clear guidance where you're going, don't go. It's asking you, try to not figure it out. Try to just follow the call from here on out. Wow, Pisces. I hope it's not too harsh. Okay, open up, connect. It's all there for you. Thank you so much for watching, Pisces. As I said, I do maybe still offer personal readings. Maybe do a personal reading on this if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.